I think they're all bitches. I don't even like Wiggins. I don't like that guy that Draymond punched, and Draymond's a bitch. I hate them all. I hope they die.
Sport Brothers. Welcome back to Sport Brothers. I'm here as always with my co-host BK, and today, unfortunately, we're going to talk about NBA playoffs again because there's nothing else going on. Starting off, Philadelphia 76ers won today. Thankfully, we're all spared because that series is over. The Nets, the New Jersey Nets as I called them last time, but they did move to Brooklyn, put up a valiant effort, but it's all over and the 76ers move on. What did you think of that series, BK?
Yeah, well, I watched about 10 minutes of one of the games, and that was too much to watch. And you could tell right away that Brooklyn had no chance whatsoever. But I mean, I can't blame them. Like, what happened? They lost Durant, Harden, and Kyrie Irving. Like, what do they got? Those guys, I thought, like, didn't this guy used to play for Phoenix? Like, wasn't he like the backup on Phoenix? Like, he's the starter? I'm like, what the fuck is this team? But, whatever, they played hard, and just another worthless first round NBA playoff, whatever.
Yes, you could have just went ahead and scratched their name out because you knew there was no way they were going to get past Philadelphia, especially if they have the MVP on their team and they got a bunch of C-plus players. It's just not going to happen. So that's one thing off our list. Goodbye. No more Nets. Then going back to the West, Denver Nuggets are up 3-0 on the Minnesota Timberwolves. Did you expect that?
Oh, yeah. Well, Minnesota barely made the play-in, so I knew they had no chance. That was just a foregone conclusion. So I maybe watched 2 minutes of that.
Phoenix, LA Clippers. Now, I wanted to talk to you about this because what the hell is going on with Kawhi Leonard? He's not playing. He hasn't played in like 2 games, and now they're down 3-1. They just won today. 3-1. Phoenix is up. Is that series over?
I'd have to say yes. Kawhi has been a huge disappointment. Kawhi and Paul George have been huge disappointments. They totally redid the roster to bring those two guys in, and they haven't delivered at all. Kawhi is good, but he doesn't play, and Paul George is not even really an elite player. He's maybe a low-level all-star, and he's fading, and he's old, and they should have kept Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Absolutely. Imagine if they had him. They'd be in a real sweet spot,
Yeah.
and they wouldn't have wasted time picking up Russell Westbrook. So, yeah, it's over for the LA Clippers.
Yeah, Russell Westbrook is not Michael Jordaning them back to win the series.
No, never.
That's the last guy. Yeah, he's not going to do that takeover. No, he's going to do Russ.
You do Russ,
so.
and you go home and have a shower because you're not going to win the series. All right, then that takes us to Sacramento Kings and Golden State Warriors. Sacramento is up 2-1. Golden State won the last game in Golden State, which you expect because, the refs are going to cheat for them.
Yes,
There's no way there's going to let them go down 3-0. NBA couldn't stand for that. What do you think about this series?
No. I am rooting for the Kings. I don't know if they have it in them, but I'm rooting for them all the time. I hate the Warriors with a passion. I don't like any of them. I think they're all bitches. I don't even like Wiggins. I don't like that guy that Draymond punched, and Draymond's a bitch. I hate them all. I hope they die.
I feel the same. I've never been a fan of the Warriors. People talk about Steph Curry way too much. He's not the greatest shooter in the game. I don't buy that for an instant. There's so many other shooters that were just as good. It's just they didn't live in an era where everyone was a three-point chucking bastard. So if I was able to just freely take up 30 shots a game at the three-point line, like how many guys like Larry Bird and Ray Allen and guys would have lit it up. They would have put the three-point record so far out of reach that Steph Curry never would have made it. So it's ridiculous. Ridiculous. And he gets all the calls because he's like beloved there. So I can't see them losing in Golden State, but I think Sacramento has the home court advantage, and I hope that plays out for them even if it goes 7 games. I expect Sacramento to rise up and stomp the Warriors into the ground. Golden Piss is not winning it this year. Goodbye, Golden Piss.
And I'm glad. I mean, Draymond got himself suspended again like an idiot. But, I mean, I guess that's just the NBA we play in, where you can't do anything. I see what they're doing. They got to protect their investment. Because back in the day, you would just smash somebody and they didn't care. But now that guy's making like $50-some million a year. So the owners are like, you can't let them roughhouse and injure people. So that's why they call it all super soft.
Yeah.
Now, so
I hate it, though.
Yeah,
I
I don't
like
like
physical basketball, and I don't really even think he should have got suspended. To me, that's just a hard foul. he was kind of a dick at the end, and he was pumping up the crowd like he was Macho Man, going, "Oh yeah, you want some of this?" and causing. That's what got him suspended. I don't think the actual play was that bad. It's like, whatever. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
the dude,
Yeah, it's
dude
like, who
pretended he
cares?
was hurt so bad you're going to take him off on a stretcher, but then later he's playing. So what a joke.
Oh yeah, he was totally acting. Like it was whatever.
Everybody is a better actor than they are a basketball player these days. You get scratched across the face and you flop down and cry and have a fit.
Yeah, and hold their face.
Hold your
like,
face. Oh my God, I'm
right
gonna
on the
get
ground.
out of here.
Know, yeah.
Get out of here with that shit. So, and then
But,
Embiid nearly kicked some guy in the nuts because he stood over him, and there was all hoopla about
Yeah, I
that. And then
saw
they
that.
ejected Harden. I'm not even sure what Harden did. Like soft as
Yeah.
milk toast. The NBA these days, it's just pathetic.
Yeah, that's the one game I watched. I was like, what are these calls? They don't make any sense. I don't know. Whatever. The refs have no respect for me, anyways. After I read Tim Donaghy's book, I know what goes on.
It seems like they're making it up on the fly. You get a technical, and you get a technical, and yours is a
Right.
grade 1, and yours is a grade 5. And like, what? I don't even fucking care. Just let them play.
Right.
Just let them
Yeah.
fucking play. That's all I ask. Anyways, moving on to the last matchup, which is my favorite matchup, and the only games I've really been watching because I'm a Lakers fan, is Lakers versus Memphis. They won game 1, stole a game in Memphis. Game 2, they should have won, but AD didn't show up, and LeBron didn't do anything, and now Dylan Brooks is talking shit on him. What's going on there?
Yeah, I can't stand how LeBron doesn't just destroy people. That's what I hate about him the most. Like, if that fuck is talking shit, Michael Jordan would have fucking annihilated him. He would have put up like 65 points, and Brooks would have had like 4 points, and he would have gotten his face all day. But LeBron doesn't do anything. He's just like, oh, well, whatever. He's just talking shit, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, man, go back and fuck him up. What is this? Somebody just calls you punk ass, right? You're old. How disrespectful can that be to say, he's old. I don't care about him. Like, I would be like livid. I would be like on his ass. I'd like 48 minutes of the toughest basketball I'm playing, and I'm going to guard the fuck out of him. I'm going to beat him up. I'm going to score on him every time. And he could do it. He is old, but he can still do it. He's still better than everybody in the NBA. So I'm a little disappointed in the Lakers' effort and their competitiveness. I think they're a little bit better of a team, but
I'm 100% with you.
competitive-wise,
I'm not a
no.
little bit disappointed. I'm massively disappointed. Like, what the hell's wrong with you, LeBron? Like, are you going to be LeBron or are you going to be LeBitch? Because if he doesn't come out today's game and stomp
Yeah.
the Memphis Grizzlies, I've just got no hope that the Lakers are doing anything. He has to do that, right? Like you say, Michael Jordan would have put a 60 burger on him, and he would have pointed at him at the end and blew him a kiss, right? Like, it would have been like so entertaining. And that's what we all want to see. And LeBron just is happy just being a billionaire and sipping wine and putting up stats. Like, I don't care about that shit. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I figure Anthony Davis has to have a big
Right.
game because he played terrible. And he let their backup
Yeah.
center put like 22 points on him and like 10 rebounds or some shit. And then like one of the other guys has to step up. Either, what's his name, Russell or Hachimura, or one of these other guys has to get hot.
The Japanese
Yeah, that guy. He needs
yeah,
to let him
or,
start. Put him on there. Put him at power forward
Or
and let
Austin
LeBron
Reeves.
play small forward and let him shoot
Right,
threes
right.
all day. Like he's a good shooter. I would start him. I don't know. That's just me though. But anyways, they better show up. Otherwise, Memphis could totally come back and win this series if the Lakers take them lightly again today. They got to win at home. So we'll see what happens. But that's the only series I've really been watching. Then we'll move over to the East. Where is it? Milwaukee Bucks, Miami is tied at 1-1, I believe. These games are all spread out, and I can't tell, but we're going to say 1-1.
I've invested no time into that series. I'm just gonna mark Milwaukee down. That's just when you just scrub it down, and as long as Giannis plays, I'm just putting Milwaukee in. I'm filling it in.
I think he's still out.
He's still out. Well,
So,
then-
yeah. So it
but
might turn
well,
into
either
a
way, who
series.
cares? Both those teams aren't winning the NBA Finals,
Right.
so they're just playing pointless games right now because they're gonna lose the next round.
Right. And then we got Cleveland versus New York Knicks. The Knicks showed up last game, blew them out by like 20 points. And Jalen Brunson looks like a baller. How did Dallas let him go?
Yeah, no, I always thought he was great with Dallas, and I thought he was a better partner with Luka than Kyrie would ever be. I don't know, you get rid of him and you bring in a guy in the same position, but the guy you let go is a lot better distributor and can play with a guy like Luka way better. I don't understand that move at all. Maybe he just didn't want to pay him. But how much is he fucking paying Kyrie? I don't understand. So yeah, Brunson I thought was always a really good player, and that's why I picked the Knicks. I really don't follow Cleveland Cavaliers basketball that much, so I
No,
really know who's
nobody
on the
does.
team. So I just picked New York anyways before the season started because I know they have two good
Yes.
players and they have a better team as far as
Yes,
I
I
know.
agree. And Brunson he's a stocky little tough bastard, and he's hard to stop. Like, he's really impressive. He's not that big,
Yeah,
but he's thick, and he uses his body, and he can do all kinds of stuff, and he just works people. Yeah, he's
yeah,
super crafty. He's
crafty.
highly entertaining to watch. I'd have never let him go
Hmm.
because who the hell wants to deal with Kyrie Irving for the next 4 years?
I know, a lot of his bitch attitude. Like, and he doesn't play well with others, and then he has like a weird bitchy attitude, and he thinks the world's flat.
Yeah, give me Brunson all day. So New York Knicks should still win, but they're up 2-1, and that looked pretty impressive. Philly destroyed the Nets. We talked about that. That series is over. And then we've got Boston versus Atlanta, and Atlanta actually won the last game. Can you believe it? They won a game.
I know. Hey, more power to him. Uh, I'm marking Boston down on this one too. I don't see that. All I know is that little scrubby looking Cuban refugee guy in Atlanta. That what's his name, Murray or well, I don't even fucking know his
DeJounte
name.
Murray? Is that how you say it?
I don't know. He is not an impressive player, and he's their best player. So I don't know. I'm marking down Celtics.
Me too. So that pretty much covers where it's at today for NBA playoffs. Hopefully Lakers win today, and we'll touch base next show and talk about where it's at. But we're pretty much sticking with our picks. We got Denver, Phoenix, Sacramento, LA in the West, and we got Milwaukee, New York, Philly, and Boston in the East. And that's what we called, and it looks like it's going to play out that way just like we thought.
Yeah, I think we picked it all right so far.
Should have put
It could
money
all
on it.
go backwards, but I think we got it right. Yeah, nothing's in the bag yet,
No,
but it looks
but
like it's going
it's
that way.
looking good.
Yeah.
Looking good. All right. Well, that's pretty much the show. You got anything else to add today?
No.
I got one joke for you. I know we said we wouldn't do this again, but I gotta do it because I found a good one, and I know you're gonna like it. How does The Rock go to the toilet?
I don't know.
He Dwayne's his Johnson.
Man, that one is really bad. Okay, this is a really bad dad joke too. And I heard Jim Gaffigan tell it. He goes, "Did you hear about Peter Pan's brother, Peter Potts?"
So bad. Oh man, I thought mine was bad.
that one was that was so fucking bad. I died laughing at it. I was like, Peter Potts. It can't get worse than that. It can't. It can't get
It
worse
can't
than
get
Peter
worse than
Potts.
that.
Oh.
I think that pretty much does the show today. You know what to do. Until next time, Sport Brothers out.